Clancy on ITTFM.
Hi and welcome to the Clancy Wednesday podcast, Clancy Extra. We do this every day after the show, highlights from the show, talk about the show, Clancy. 2:30 to 3:30 on ITTFM. Tune in every day on ITTFM.com.
Yeah. You're feeling pretty good about today's show because it went very well.
It went well. The past 2 days we had unexpected problems, but this went quite smoothly. It was like a well-oiled machine.
A very well lubricated machine. Everything flowed into each other. Screens have gone white. I wonder what that is. Oh, it's back on there. Or live link. That's live from the studios of ITTFM there. The feed coming across. Anyway, our first guest we had on, Marie Crowe.
Marie Crowe, yeah, she was on to talk about the new movie Invictus, which is about Nelson Mandela, about the 1995 World Cup which South Africa won. Inspiring story, but a little bit of controversy around it. Have a listen.
In the movie, you hear about how at times that he's really low and he needs to find some sort of inspiration to lift himself back up again, because they show the cell and everything that he stays in, and that poem was where he found his inspiration to keep going, to keep living through every single day and not give up.
Well, Marie, it's a fascinating, inspiring story. I want to thank you for coming on and talking about it today.
To be honest, I was actually tricked in coming on, because I told Colm that I went to the cinema by myself, and he told me that if I came on the radio today that he might be able to get me a Valentine's Day date. So, I don't know.
We'll see what we can do about that. We have a lot of lonely listeners on Clancy.
Well, you can pass on my number to any of the lonely ones. I'm free for the cinema during the day anyway, obviously.
Broadcaster and journalist Marie Crowe there, talking about the movie and some of the background to the movie, and a bit of flirting going on there as well, but we'll say no more about that. Speaking of flirting and romance and the birds and the bees, Daniel Lloyd, or Let's Get Dangerous slot.
Regular slot every day. Valentine's Day is coming up. Now, yesterday, all week, Dan has been doing some hidden microphone action. Yesterday he was going around trying to make friends, but today he was trying to make girlfriends. That's right, chat up lines. He was trying to pick up women in the college with a hidden microphone.
It didn't work at all, and in fact the first group of girls he went up to kind of felt sorry for him and started giving him advice and tips on how it would work better for him. Take a listen.
Just be like you are now. Be lovely.
Drop
a few 50s or something and be like, oh shit, I dropped all my money. And they'll think that you're rich.
A bit strange.
Be yourself. Yeah, be yourself.
Okay, thanks, girls.
No, be yourself, that's fine. Like. Oh, yeah. But you're well able to come to even chat and you'd be grand. Like, you just happen to shoot 3 girls out with someone. Yeah,
So, Dan, let's get down, just trying his luck there. Trying, but not really succeeding. But succeeding in good radio.
Trying in vain.
Now, interview with Clancy today. The guest we had was Negin Farsad. Now, Negin is an Iranian-American comedian, director, writer, producer, actor, real Renaissance woman. She directed and produced a documentary called Nerdcore Rising about the genre of nerdcore rap, which is rap which kind of celebrates geek culture. Have a listen. Was MC Frontalot receptive to the idea of the documentary when you suggested it to him?
Well, I think the lucky thing for a documentary filmmaker in a situation like this is that most artists are looking for any platform to be able to get famous.
Yeah.
So luckily, I think he was receptive for that reason, but also because I had worked with his keyboardist extensively, he was able to trust me. And so, yeah, like I was also like extremely drunk when I asked him, so I was like overly confident about. I was like, listen, I'm gonna make a movie about you. It's gonna be huge. And so he was like, all right, this girl seems to know what she's talking about. But it was really like drunk confidence that was speaking then.
Just a bit of Dutch courage there.
Exactly.
That's how all good documentaries start, I find, after a few.
Look.
She was brilliant to have on the line. Then we had the man himself, the big star in the nerd rap genre.
Yeah, he's the star of Nerdcore Rising. The film kind of focuses on him going around on his 2006 tour. His name is MC Frontalot, and we had him on. Have a listen to him.
Listen to this. Take a listen to the clip.
You're probably sick of this question, but where does the name MC Frontalot come from?
Where does it come from? Like, did I see it written on the side of a van and then adopt it?
Yeah, exactly. That's another way of phrasing it.
It sounds a little bit like Sir Mix-a-Lot, which he was trying to sound like Sir Lance-a-Lot, right, from Arthurian legend.
Do you front a lot?
In one sense, I, as you pointed it out, keep it real at all times, but then in another very important way, I sort of have to reinvent every moment of my life in order to convince everybody else that I should be a rapper.
MC front a lot there, nerd rapper. That's it for Clancy Extra for today. But tomorrow we're going to have George Noel Flynn, a poet with certain political leanings. He's going to be in the studio talking about his poetry and his work. Let's Get Dangerous. Dan has red hair, and he's going to be talking about that with students in the college. We're also going to have another gentleman's club with Steve McCredden, where he reviews and lists some fine scotches.
He's not just going to be talking about red hair, Dan. Obviously, there's been reports in the media that they're a dying breed, people with red hair, because if people mate the other person who doesn't have red hair, the genetics favors them and it cancels their red hair out and blah, 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 blah. Anyway,
exactly.
To try and save the redheads, he's going to be on talking about that and our competition as well.
Our competition is a Christmas bonanza. The festive season will be upon us very soon. So we're giving away some mulled wine. And if you want to enter that competition, just email the email address just below me now. It's ittfm@itnet.ie. The Clancy Christmas Bonanza. And the question is,
Question is important.
where does Santa Claus live? Where does Santa Claus live?
Yeah, that's the question.
There might be a few kind of variations on that, but as long as you're pretty much about, like if you said Greenland, we'd probably let you away with it.
Within a 50-mile radius, we'll give it to you. Have to tomorrow on ITTFM 99.5 FM across Tala and South Dublin. You can get it on the web as well at ITTFM.com. And don't forget to check out Clancy
Extra. Sorry.
At YouTube. Just type
That's
in.
the kind of thing you have to pre-plan.
You do. I thought you'd be able to do this professionally No. Okay, go onto YouTube and type in Clancy Extra and you'll get them all there. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Good luck.
See you later.
Get in touch with Clancy on ITTFM.